drink,
Oh,
and I
do.
don't. We're not live yet. Now we are.
Oh, hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm drinking my coffee in my little baby cup. Isn't it cute?
Wow. Happy
Hey.
Monday, everybody.
Say, wow,
Like, wow, you get coffee.
yes,
It
I
is
get coffee.
August 2nd. It is August.
Trying to let you see the whole coffee experience, you know? My kids got me this. It's amazing.
What is it?
It's a pour over thing. And then my little baby cup of coffee. It's so cute. Okay, sorry. I love and I've started drinking coffee black now without cream. So just
What does that
good
mean?
to know. It means there's no cream in it. So it's just coffee.
Wow.
Anyway. So how are we?
I'm doing well, if you're asking me.
We.
Okay, I did this at the very end last time, but I'm curious if you are watching our 10 at 10, if you could just post in the comments when you are watching. So like if you're watching.
What time?
Yeah.
Like 9 o'clock at night on a Tuesday or
if you're watching from Oklahoma.
I think you're the only one watching.
Oh, that's another good one. If you could post not only when, but where. That's kind of fun to know.
That works.
That's good. But hey, we just
because we're curious.
We just came off of a good Sunday yesterday.
Yes. Hi, Tammy. I sat by Tammy in church.
I saw that you sat by Tammy.
Reed. Actually, I made my own little chair in the back, and then she called me out on it. She's like, "You're sitting back here by yourself." So then I scooted up. Anyway, whole story.
So it worked, but it was a good Sunday, I thought. And there were so many cool things that happened yesterday. I mean, It was.
Sorry, I was trying to think through.
It was fun.
Carlos,
yeah,
license to the ministry. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was nice to honor. You know, I don't know if people really appreciate. I think the church is very appreciative. I don't mean to say that.
You're judging people.
But I mean, no, what Carlos the amount of work he went through for us to be able to live stream
so much.
And if you think back to when the pandemic first hit and we were streaming services, like we would do like a different worship song in different people's living rooms. So like the Craigos would lead worship in their house.
Splice it all together, so make it look good, make all the volume.
And the volumes were tricky because all these. Anyway, Carlos spent hours and hours, and I'm just so grateful
and they had
for
the
Carlos
garage band.
And for Lola.
Okay, so something popped up on my Facebook memories. Apparently, I shared the 10 at 10 a year ago or so. And it was seriously so weird. Just thinking back to oh, wow, we've been doing this for a year, and I was actually just talking to Sophie this morning about, she's like, why do you do that? What's this 10 at 10 thing? Why do you do it? Is it like 10 things at 10? I'm like, no, actually it started at the beginning of the pandemic with, we wanted to encourage the church. We weren't streaming our services. We were trying to scramble to get that. Everybody was stuck at home. So, people were doing the whole quarantine, sleep in, everybody was stressed. And so we thought, let's, 10 minutes at 10 o'clock every day, and we'll encourage the people from our congregation. And this could just be a good way to connect. So that's how it started.
And we did it every day. I mean, it wasn't just us.
Every single day. And then Sundays we
had our services.
Figured out how to stream our church services. So that way we could connect with everybody. And, we connected more in the comments. People were watching live because it was because everybody's stuck in their houses.
Looking for connections.
Yeah. So and then we just kept doing it because, it's
so now we do 2 days a week. Jill and I do Monday, and then our family ministries team do Wednesday and give all kinds of updates of what's going on. We drifted a long way. But anyway, I think the point was where we started was Carlos did a lot of work to help us
I'm like, why am I talking about this?
To engage digitally. And then hearing from James Sahakian.
Are we still talking about church?
Yeah, we're still talking about church. Sharing from his time up in Richmond working with Andre.
Okay.
That was an amazing time.
I don't know if Sahakians watch this at all, but for any of you guys that know the Sahakians, James was amazing. I love how he just quoted that. I related so much to that. He quoted a passage. He's like, I don't know where it is. Look it up.
Look it up.
And I'm like, yes, because I remember passages. And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I think, way back when Jesus would quote things, he didn't say this was founded. Because you mentioned a quote. This
Isaiah 6.
Yeah. And when Jesus was talking, he didn't say this was from Isaiah 6. He just said it in conversation. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay that I can't remember Bible references. because I know what they are. And if you have a problem, look it up. So thank you, James, for saying that.
I think Jesus knew them. I think he knew.
They might not have even been
in chapters. And
okay,
verses,
yeah,
so,
actually, because he looked at the little scroll and said, you know.
Anyway, point taken.
Jesus knows
It's
everything.
okay to quote the word and not know exactly where it's found. That is good. And I love how James just threw it out. And then I loved his response. Look it up. That was good. But aside from that,
Yes.
Just the experience he had up there was amazing. And I like Richmond, which is Bay Area, not Richmond, Virginia. Richmond
Doing
in the San
running
Francisco
camps
area.
for inner city kids.
And it was just a phenomenal experience he had. And I know he's come back. He was already talking to me about, some different outreaches we could look towards doing as a church and all kinds of exciting stuff. So this is what happens. People go and experience these things. And then we as a church think, okay, how can God use this in our church since they had this experience? So that is awesome. And so
Hi, Susan Harris.
one more thing about Sunday, then we can move on.
Okay.
I love that we sang Almost Home.
Yeah, you like that song.
Yeah, and we talked about it maybe 2 weeks ago on the 10 at 10.
I think it was 1 week ago.
And it was just fun to hear it again and sing it in church. And I don't know, I was taken off guard. It was very moving for me to sing it. And to hear, I don't want to take this for granted. I love that we have a church that sings. And I love that when I sit up towards the front, I can not only hear like the worship team, but I can hear like the congregation singing. So many churches you just can't hear either because people aren't singing. You can't hear it as
much outside. Shout out to you guys outside. You need to belt it out because I was out there for a bit singing and I felt like I was singing like a solo, but I was standing in the back. So.
Well, and the song even said, "Sing a little louder." Sing a little louder.
We sang that song yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Oh. The first song. Raise the hallelujah. Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, speaking of worship. Okay. So this is a little weird. I think it was Sunday. I don't know. Maybe it was Saturday. But so Mark usually does his Bible. Sorry, I don't need to. Okay, I've started. He usually does his Bible reading before he gets out of bed. Yeah. So like he'll read, in the morning. So the other morning he was tired apparently because after I took a shower, I heard somebody reading the Bible. And it was a passage from
2nd Chronicles or Psalms.
Hezekiah.
It was
King Hezekiah. So
from 2nd Chronicles.
That was 2nd Chronicles. So I am reading through the Bible in a year, which is a little confusing because it jumps around a lot. And so sometimes I get confused. But it was cool because I had just read that passage like a couple days ago. But it was talking about the Passover and how Hezekiah reinstated the Passover and like he went through all this stuff. But anyway, ended out, all these people came to Jerusalem. They celebrated the Passover for a whole week and they were like rejoicing and praising. And it was just this amazing time together. And they even did it at the wrong time. It was the wrong time to do the Passover, but they wanted to do the Passover and they're like, let's just do it now. And then they decided to do another week. They're like, okay. And then they all decided, we're going to do another week because this is so great. So they did an extra week. And I mean, it was cool hearing it twice because I had just read it and just that as Mark was talking about praising and just that they were enjoying God's presence so much that they wanted to do it for another week. Like and it was like, it wasn't like going to church for them. It was like life stopped and they celebrated like for a whole week. They didn't go work. They just hung out and celebrated God and the Passover and remembering. And they did this for 2 weeks straight. And I'm like, there's something to be said about, good morning, Lauren Schmidt, about just stopping and taking time to just bask in the Lord's presence. I was reading this morning and just how Jesus often, I think it's in Luke, he often went away to a lonely place. Like, and the fact that he went to be by himself, not by, well, okay, that's a weird thought to be by himself, but with God, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But Jesus took time to be with his Father and to go and be alone. And he did it often. And he sat in God's presence. Hi, Theresa Farrar. So anyway.
Okay, people in Facebook world, Theresa is watching on YouTube, so we can see her comments, but you can't. But she's watching now, live.
Thank you.
Because
what if they don't care?
Well, because we're saying hi, Theresa. And if you're looking
Oh.
at the comments, there's no comment from Theresa
That's
unless we're looking here. Hey, speaking
Anyway,
of
but to
prayer,
finish my thought.
finish your thought, please.
Yeah, thank you. No, I've been pondering more about just spending time with God intentionally, being alone, being in his presence, and worshiping him and praising him for all the different things. Like, right now my little fountain's gurgling, and so just the water and we found a dead bird in there the other day. That was so gross. So that has nothing to do with praising God, because that was very sad. But yeah, anyway, creation. Okay, your turn. Sorry, I'm Babylon, and you're like, are you done? Are you done? Are you done? I'll just drink my coffee.
Lauren, you're right. It's very nice outside today. The weather is beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. Hey, I just wanted to also mention, speaking of spending time with the Lord, that we get to do that together as a church family next Sunday night.
Yes.
And when I say together as a church family, it's going to be bilingual. So English and Spanish
So the
speaking
North Leda
congregations are
congregation,
coming
our
together.
congregation.
And we're going to come together as one church and just spend some time in prayer. It's also going to be a good time.
There'll be worship too, right?
We're planning some like real exciting things for the fall that we haven't really talked about yet.
Mm.
And so one of the things I want to do at the prayer gathering and worship gathering is to just kind of give a preview of where we're going in September and October, because there's a lot of things that have been going on kind of behind the scenes, kind of working on, even core values and identifying what God has gifted us as strengths of our church that we can build on moving forward. And that's what we're going to be moving into September and October. And
It's going to be exciting.
it is. I mean, we've got, the International Food Fair
Oh,
is.
I was thinking about that the other day.
We're
'Cause
planning
we
that
ate some
again.
international food last night.
We've got
Yummy tamales.
Bridge Fest is coming back.
What is Bridge Fest?
Oh, it's going to be just a big old church party. Maybe even, I don't know. Susan's working on plans for that along with the Family Ministries team.
Stay tuned.
But we're going to be, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Maybe even a chili cook-off. I'm not sure. That's one of the ideas I've heard kicked around.
That could be fun.
Yes.
Okay,
So-
that was creepy.
Maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh. Maniacal laugh. Who says that? Somebody says
It's
that.
in the Muppet movie.
The Muppets.
Anyway, those are some things
We
coming
talk
up.
about weird things.
Yeah, we do. We are actually also,
Actually, maybe just me.
we're going to be heading out on vacation. as a
We're
family.
going on vacation.
So that's-
I'm so excited.
that's coming up,
I'm spilling
actually-
coffee. Sorry.
You shouldn't be that excited when you have coffee in your hand.
No, we're going to the lake. We're going to spend a week with my parents and my brother.
And my parents are going to come as well. So it's like a
His
family reunion on
parents.
the lake. It's going to be nice.
It's going to be so much fun.
So,
So next
Monday.
Monday, we, I don't know where, because we're traveling. So stay tuned. We'll be somewhere and broadcast from somewhere. But the week after, maybe we'll do a bonus 10 at 10 from the lake.
Oh, that could be fun. That could be fun.
So
So stay tuned.
stay tuned.
Stay
Bonus 10 at 10 from the lake in Virginia.
The lake in Virginia. We go a long way to go to a lake.
It's
beautiful.
It's a cool thing because since Miranda was a baby, we've been going there.
Yep.
It's very fun.
And we used to live there even before
We
she
used
was
to live
born,
in
so
Virginia. So
good stuff.
yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I think our time has caught
Oh,
us for
I guess
today.
I
Are
won't
there
go
any
now.
other things coming? Oh, I'm doing my meetup this Wednesday
meetups
at the food court, which is off of
near the
Broadbent.
Habit.
Right outside the Habit, where
And-
the Habit, Mod Pizza, all of these things.
Yes, chili cook.
Um,
I went last week. It was actually really cool because when I went to church, it's like, we talked about that. And it's just super cool. Somebody asked me if women go too. And yes, there are women, there are men. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a theologian. You can just come and hang out and talk about God's
and you
word.
could be 12
and-
years old. You could be 112 years old. We just get together and talk about the passage.
Yep.
And everyone gives input and ideas.
Or you don't
and-
have to give input if you're
Or
intimidated.
you can just sit
You
and
can
listen.
just listen to people talk about it. It's kind of cool. So anyway, come. Oh, I think there's still room in the cinnamon roll.
Oh, how?
That's next.
How is there still
Saturday.
room in that? That's crazy.
You know, I think there is. I'm not sure, but sign up. There's a lot of good meetups and,
and with
get together.
I'm sorry, let me go back to my lunch meetup real quick.
Yes.
Because we mentioned we're going on vacation, so we're meeting this week, but
Mm.
we're not meeting next week. We planned the meetup for 3 weeks, so this is the third of 3 of my meeting. I will probably start it up again once we get back. And Susan just mentioned there are 2 more spots
2 more spots. Come
for
on,
the cinnamon
people.
roll.
come and make cinnamon
Ooh,
rolls. It's
and
going to be so
and
much
she
fun.
said yes to the chili cook-off. I usually make chili once a year, so I may have
Lots
to
of
make
food.
chili twice a year this time.
And honestly, making cinnamon rolls is not that hard. I've done it before, and it's
No,
very
you just
cool and
open
fun.
the can, right? And you put them in the oven, and then you put the frosting on, right? Isn't that how you make cinnamon rolls? That's how I make cinnamon rolls. I don't know.
These are much better. They're very, very yeast. Oh, so good.
Okay. Hey, we have been going for 15 minutes and 20
Sorry.
something seconds. So we're going to say goodbye. Hope you have a where is that at? The cinnamon roll making class is going to be at Carol Drake's house.
Yes. Sign up online.
Uh-oh.
Bite your tongue.
I'm not sure what I'm biting my tongue about. Was I starting to tell a dad joke like Susan does on
Maybe.
all of her? I don't know. So, maybe it was about the chili. Could have been about the chili. I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't remember what I said like a minute later. So.
Or maybe it was about how I make cinnamon rolls by taking them out of the cans and see how they
That's it. The canned cinnamon rolls. We did have those the other day, though. So I honestly don't think he's ever made the canned cinnamon rolls. He's watched me make the canned cinnamon, and I don't go like that. You'd have to have a big old spatula to do that.
Well, let's go get one.
Get
All
a
right.
big old spatula.
Have a great day, everybody. It is beautiful outside.
Get outside.
Enjoy the day.
Find some ways to praise God.
Have a great day.
Have a
in the
little
Lord.
baby cup of coffee. It's good.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
God bless.